I go to church, I hear the preacher say, the Lord absolves and forgives you when you pray. But I don't know much about this cosmic business of heavenly arithmetic that adds up to forgiveness. But it's cool, cool living when a person lives forgiven. It's cool, cool, cool living when a person lives forgiven. Absolution, what a word. I can't get near it. It's got to come clear for a guy like me to hear it. But if I'm human, I guess I need salvation, but not the kind that keeps me on probation. But it's cool, cool living when a person lives forgiven. It's cool, cool, cool living when a person lives forgiven. I found a girl and she makes me feel so fine as long as she's around. Who needs to walk the line, to look into her eyes, to feel that sudden quiet? I needn't say a word, man, I can't deny it. It's cool, cool, cool living when a person lives forgiven. Cool, cool, cool living when a person lives forgiven. Now she's the one whom I cannot drive away, 'cause forgiveness is a person who will stay and stay. And when I feel like, well, like I'll never be forgiven, the love in her eyes is all I know of heaven. Because it's cool, cool living when a person lives forgiven. It's cool, cool, cool living when a person lives. Hey, they say it's cool, 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 cool when a person lives forgiven. It's cool, cool, cool living when a person lives. Hey, it's cool, 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 hey, when a person lives forgiven. It's cool. Peaceful yet mighty, the wind through the trees sends a message of comfort, unending it seems, blowing and singing from darkness till dawn, like the calm, gentle breath of a warm, sleeping fawn. A melody blows through the wind in the trees, a song so sad yet so true, sings of a life that yearns to be free, but known to only a few. There is a violence, there is a pain, as the wind in its fury whirls round me again. Houses are leveled so clean and so neat, we pick up the pieces that lie in the street. My little city alone. The faith that I knew as a child in the fields will be blown to bits when I'm grown. Then blow where you will, let the wind fill my ears with its music, my eyes with its comforting tears. Blow with the promise of life and new birth for all that love and inhabit the earth. I walk the dark and lonely street. The pavement crackles cold beneath my feet. The night comes early now that winter's here, and city people huddle in retreat. The oaks stretch naked fingers to the sky, as if protesting all that has to die. But the loneliness that hangs around my heart, 1,000 oaks could never satisfy. Why does my mind recoil in fear? But all around me voices seem so near. I pass a crowded bus stop on the way, but nothing makes this vacuum disappear. My God, this is the time. You can't forget me when all the powers of hell have come to test me. Alone I walk the cold and lonely night. Come fill my emptiness and so possess me. Come fill my emptiness and so possess me. to the city big time in the city. Who cares for the city? The city that caught me, the city that taught me to hide from the hope of the world. Who cares for the city? It seems such a pity that the city ain't nothing but a place to be shut in and hide from the eyes of the world. I live in the city, no friend in the city. Who cares for the city? The city ain't nothing but a place to be shut in and hide from the light of the world. Who cares for the city? It seems such a pity that the city ain't nothing but a place to be shut in and hide from the eyes of the world. I'll die in the city, no hope in the city. Who cares for the city? The city will bury the life that I carry as I hide from the life of the world. Who cares for the city? It seems such a pity that the city ain't nothing but a place to be shut in and hide from the eyes of the world. From the city, born free in the city. Who cares for the city? I now sing this song for the freedom I long for, to live for the life of the world. Who cares for the city? It seems such a pity that the city ain't nothing but a place to be shut in and hide from the eyes of the world. Rose from the table just as soon as he was able. He laid aside his cowl as he picked up the towel, and he began to wash our feet, which was very indiscreet. I'd hoped he would ignore me, so when he came up before me, I said, Lord, I don't understand. Lord, just what is your plan? I said, Lord, you'll never wash my feet. He said, then you'll have no part in me. That I am the one, but do you know what I have done? As I have washed you, brother, you ought to do it to one another. Well, then he rose from the table as soon as he was able, and he laid aside his cowl as he picked up the towel, and he began to wash our feet, which was very indiscreet. I'd hoped he would ignore me, so when he came up before me, I said, Lord, I don't understand. Lord, just what is your plan? Lord, I don't understand. Just what is your plan? You want to do it to one another. As I have watched you, brother, you want to do it to one another. As I have watched you, brother, you want to do it to one another. As I have watched you, brother, you want to do it to one another. O city of night, arrayed in your neon diamonds of light, I have walked in your tall alleys of desolation and seen the raindrops swirl on the high roofs. And I am called for. I am freed in the sunburst of your neon nights, and the voice of love speaks in my red veins. Oh, child of a new day, go into the streets and speak of my city, swept of old news and built like a garden, where women can walk at night unafraid, and the children sing in the wide winds of the day. My city stands in the four free winds, her people burdened and slow to cry. And in the night when the winds go down, her glow is a heartbeat against the sky. O city of light, terraced and flown tier on tier, tall in the jet streams of the afternoon sky, your traffic hunched in a blue blazing of sound. Ah, you are called for. I have seen your festivals like bright waterfalls, tumble and burst in the centuries of my mind. Jerusalem, Athens, London, New York, sweep your alleys clean of desolate ways, redeem your slums, your political bosses, go worship at candles in the heart of a child, and build his loving soon into new laws. My city stands in the four free winds, her airways leap where the jets fly high. And in the night when the winds go down, her glow is a heartbeat against the sky. O city of hearts, where the word of love burns in desire, where rivers run to the thunder of mighty seas, I have known you and found out your ways. Oh, possible city, your avenues pray for fountains and green lives, your people cry for a crimson advent of love. Oh, city of heart light, teeming with the spoils of far-flung lands, look inward and find the word in your streets, shouting to be born from the heartways of love, and deed on deed, O city, for the new day, build in our lives love's more excellent way. My city stands in the four free winds, her streets have seen us dance and die. And in the night when the winds go down, her glow is a heartbeat against the sky. I'm at the end of my rope, as strange as a rubber crutch without any hope. I'm a chip off the block and I take my tumbles, but that's just the way the rookie crumbles. Two birds birds in the bush are worth one in the hand, but I believe that's water over the dam. All's well that ends well, or so they say. With a stiff upper lip will I last all day. Some choose booze while others use a gay cliche. Hey, but that's okay. Don't rock the boat now, but play it cool, and don't tell no tales when you're out of school. A preventional cure is worth a pound of ounces, but that's just the way the old ball bounces. All you can be sure of is death and tax, but that sort of eats up the whole ball of wax. So above all, be nice to the Negro porters, but hey, don't you give any wooden quarters. Some choose booze, while others use a gay cliche. Hey, but that's okay. Seeing is believing, or so I've learned, and a penny saved is a penny earned. A rolling stone will gather no moss. What's one man's gain is another man's cross. Some rob Peter to fight City Hall, but everyone knows that you can't win them all. So if you can't fight them, why then you must join them. And if you miss your lines, then you must coin them. Some choose booze, while others use a gay cliche. Hey, but that's okay. All's fair in war if it's not your fault. So it's best if you take it with a grain of salt. Nobody's perfect, but that's okay, 'cause we'll all let the chips fall where they may. You win one, you lose one, but you get your kicks, and you can't teach a dead dog new tricks. So gather ye rosebuds while ye may, but remember, Hanoi wasn't built in a day. Some choose booze, while others use a gay cliche. Hey, but that's okay. Crimson Christmas rose, a rose as soft as lamb's wool, to hang above his crib. I will give my baby a kitten white as snow, with eyes as blue as heaven on a cloudless day. I will give my baby a candle shaped of wax, with a brightly burning star dancing at its tip. with cedar branches woven in an endless crown. And I will give my baby a tiny new hat chick with down like summer sunbeams, warm with life and hope. I will give my baby the life I call my own, a living gift I offer, wrapped in flesh and bone. Once I had a mangy old cur, but I taught him to bow and to call me sir. And when I went for a walk out in the park, I knew he'd protect me in the dark. He's a big one, kinda pretty. I call him my old man. Well, one day I was feeling mean, but all I could do was to sit and scream when I spied my old man out in the yard. And I give a whistle good and hard, he come a-running. I seen him coming. You know, I give that mangy dog a boot with the meaty part of my right foot. He give a yelp, and I said, "Hey," but the stupid mutt didn't run away. He just stood there, looking sad and lonely. Made me feel kind of nervous, you know. That exercise was real good. I knew the old boy understood. 'Cause when you get to feeling upset and mean, why, you gotta let off just a little steam. It's nice to have a dog around the house. Well, I told you he would understand. He come up and licked me on the hand. No greater love hath any man than he give a pat whenever he can. So I pat him, I pat him, I pat him. Man's best friend. True to the end. lamps for old, brazen lamps for gold, bright and shining models in the latest mode. No one wants a lamp stained with fingerprints, no one wants dull memories. No one wants a lamp tarnished black with time. Trade your ancient heirloom for the latest kind. Turn in your tired antique, trade the dented in bargains, highly polished tin. No one wants a lamp tarnished black with time. Trade your ancient heirloom for the latest kind. Turn in your tired antique, trade the dented in bargains, highly polished tin. For old, brazen lamps for gold, bright and shining models in the latest mode. No one wants a lamp stained with fingerprints, no one wants dull memories. No one wants a lamp tarnished black with time. Trade your ancient heirloom for the latest kind. Turn in your tired antique, trade the dented in bargains, highly polished tin. Things so dear, the blind could see and the deaf could hear. All of the people would follow him. They thought he must be the seraphim. But the Pharisees and the scribes observed that Jesus wasn't inclined to swerve from eating with and talking to the meanest sinner in town. It's true, so they say, that's the thing we don't like about Jesus. That's the thing we don't like about Jesus. Can't you see that we won't agree? Because that's the thing we don't like about Jesus. A woman came up to speak to me. She said she was very disturbed. You see, she was bothered by the communion wine. She thought that grape juice would be just fine. Well, I tried to say to this nice woman what Jesus and the disciples had done. How they took the cup in the upper room with bread and wine, they did their commune. So she said, that's the thing I don't like about Jesus. That's the thing I don't like about Jesus. Pardon me, but I won't agree, because that's the thing I don't like about Jesus. Most folks try to avoid the poor and will not read about Christ the Lord. See how most of his life was spent with low-class people without a cent. Those who are well do not need a doctor, or rather those who have lost their health. Or maybe Jesus was trying to say that most people act in the opposite way when they say, that's the thing we don't like about Jesus. That's the thing we don't like about Jesus. Can't you see that we won't agree, because that's the thing we don't like about Jesus. One man asked me if I could say why these colored people should have their way and force this issue of equal rights when everyone knows they're not the same as whites. Once again I referred to scripture and showed this man such a vivid picture how Jesus treated all men the same and prayed for them in his Father's name. So he said, that's the thing I don't like about Jesus. That's the thing I don't like about Jesus. Pardon me, but I won't agree. That's the thing I don't like about Jesus. But maybe I'm as guilty as all the rest when it comes right down to the final test. What do I think of this one called Christ? I know it's easy to be enticed into making of him what I'd like to find, rather than he who left all behind to take the form of a man like me and bleed to death hanging from a tree. Is that the thing I don't like about Jesus? Is that the thing I don't like about Jesus? Will I be damned for eternity? Because that's the thing I didn't like about Jesus. Instant homes like 8-room cans, our deep freeze ovens and flip-top pans, our turned off lights and our turned on clams. We do the home, but what's the use? Let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, let loose the love of God in you. Hey, let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, let loose the love of God in you. We look so fine in our magazine cars with air foam engine, diet caviar, at teas and meetings and at cocktail bars. We do the town, but what's the use? Let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, let loose the love of God in you. Hey, let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, oh hey, let loose your love, let loose the love of God in you. With our Sunday smiles and uptight clothes, our sermon ears and twinkle toes, our odd God ways of saying hello. We do the church. Ah, but what's the use? Hey, let loose your love. Hey, let loose your love. Hey, let loose your love. Let loose the love of God in you. Hey, let loose your love. Hey, let loose your love. Hey, let loose your love. Let loose the love of God